All right, so today we are putting everything together that we have been reading and really showing what we know about social interactionism by participating in the simulation where we will be building a classroom city. With a quick review, we will explore how social interactions can shape communities and how important it is to learn communication and how teamwork skills are going to play a big part in our group project. We're going to start by understanding social interactionism and the concept of community. Then we will dive into the process of building our classroom city. Next, we will explore communication and problem solving within the simulation. Finally, we will discuss the importance of social interactionism for all students. So, social interactionism focuses on how people communicate and create meaning through social interactions. It's how you treat and relate to other people and how that can shape who you are and how you see the world. We need to remember that communities are groups of people that are connected by sharing values and interests. There are people who share the same purpose and location, and also where we can build relationships with one another. Having a basic understanding of these two ideas will help us see how interactions can affect and shape a community. So, what is social interactionism? Social interactionism is a theory that explains how individuals create social realities through communication and interaction. It emphasizes the importance of symbol, language, and shared meaning in everyday life. It means that we learn and understand through our world and our interactions with others using symbols like words or gestures that have shared meanings. Like when we give someone a thumbs up, we're saying, "You did a good job." Defining a community. A community is like our classroom where we all are here to work together to achieve the same goal. A community is there to help provide support and to help people work together when problems arise so that we can solve them. It's also building relationships with one another through communication. How do social interaction is it? How do social interactions shape our community? These interactions between each other, we're building trust, we're influencing behavior, and we're creating social norms. These ongoing exchanges shape the culture, structure, and function of any community, and this is even within our own classroom. We will learn through our classroom city just how much interaction it takes to fully help our city run and function. So let's talk about building our classroom city. This is going to be an activity where you guys will work together. You guys will have your own groups. You're going to work to create a functioning mini classroom city. We're going to build it, we're going to shape it, and we're going to learn. You will each have your own group tasks. You guys will each have individual tasks that you will need to complete throughout the simulation. I will be handing out a packet for you guys to look over. That way you can follow along with it. It's going to have all the details. It's going to have everything that we're going to go over. And we'll also have your rubric in there so that you know exactly what I am expecting. So when it comes to roles in our design, you guys will each have different roles within the community or within the community. You guys will sit down with your groups and you're going to communicate with each other and see what team member is going to fit best for what role within your business. This is going to take involvement from everyone to create this community and then to build it and to make it work. You will have to be prepared for any real life scenarios that may come from either the tasks that you're doing alone, the tasks that you're doing together, or an emergency situation, such as the power going out. Maybe a bad storm hits. Maybe something decides to magically catch on fire and burn down. What happens? What are you going to do? Does anybody know? Can anybody have any ideas? Maybe what we could possibly do? Yeah, those are all really, really good suggestions. So maybe whenever you guys get into your groups, these are conversations that you guys can have together and possibly create plans for what if that were to happen to your business, as in a fire. What do we have here at school in case there is a fire? What do we follow? Yeah, our fire routes. We have our fire drills. We know where to go and we know where to exit. Good job. All right. So in the beginning, there's throughout this simulation, we're going to have different steps along the way. I'm not just going to throw everything at you guys and expect you to just hit the ground running and know what you're doing. So, you guys will need to work with your groups, get your roles assigned, create your plan for your business, as well as having those emergency ideas or emergency plans in place. Your handout will have more detail on that, kind of list out some situations that you guys might have to encounter. But I want you guys to get together, do your roles, look over all your tasks that you have for yourself and for your group. Also, if there are any questions, I want you to communicate with your group. I want you to communicate with the rest of the class, and then you guys can communicate with me and get with me, and we'll figure out what the confusion or what the answer or questions may be at that time. I want to see positive attitudes throughout this simulation. I want to see groups communicating about the project. I want to stay on task. I don't want to hear you guys talking about what happened last week at lunch. We're talking about what we're doing in our city and how we are going to build it and make it and function and run it. Okay. Communication is going to be the main focus here. It's what I'm really going to be looking on or looking at. It's really what I'm going to be listening to. I want to see that you guys understand what is happening, what's going on, and how to work with one another. While we are building and role playing out our classroom city, you will be required to keep a self-reflection notebook where you will be given prompts that will be written out in your handout that I will give you. That way, at the end of each of these simulations throughout the day, or days or throughout the week, you guys can go back and kind of write some stuff down based off of the questions that are asked. And I need you guys to keep track of these notebooks. Don't lose them because they will have to be turned in at the end. Here's just a little bit of a materials list that you guys might need. Of course, most importantly, you guys all need to have your own notebook. It's not a group notebook. It needs to be your own. And then here's your pens, your pencils, your markers, your colored crayons, stuff to decorate with. You don't need to go out and buy all new stuff. We have stuff here in the class. Maybe if anything, if anybody can get their hands on any cardboard boxes or cardboard anything, that way we can actually build our little storefronts or business fronts. That would be great. Okay. I know the excitement. I know everybody just wants to go, wants to build, wants to create, but we need to make sure that we understand what the purpose of our classroom city really is. Okay, so communication. I cannot say this enough, and I'll probably say it a million times, and you'll probably all get tired of hearing it, but I cannot stress it enough that communication is the most important part of this project. While all of us can speak to one another and use our words, here's a curveball. One person in each of your groups will not be allowed to speak. I know, calm down, let me explain. In life, you're going to meet people who cannot verbally communicate. So, during this simulation, this is going to help you teach how to use gestures and signs to complete tasks and to help share ideas or suggestions. The student selected to be nonverbal will only have to be silent during the simulation. Before and after, you're more than welcome to speak. The rest of the class, you're more than welcome to speak. I'm not telling you can't speak for the entire day. Just when we start our simulations to complete our tasks, or we're running through emergency situations, these are times where you will remain silent and everybody is going to be working together. We're going to give signs and we're going to be more hands-on and want to see that you guys can come up with different ways to communicate with one another. So, back to working together with your challenges. I want to see you guys all working together when these real life scenarios come about and these emergencies happen. It's not about racing to figure out who can do it the best or who can finish the fast. We're not going against each other here. Remember, we're building a community and we are all working together to make this community run and operate smoothly. So everybody needs to stay calm. Everybody needs to be talking over plans. Everybody needs to be on the same agreement as to what they're going to do, whether it's in your own business or whether you're all working as a community to help solve the problems that are happening. We're going to brainstorm ideas, going to talk it out, and then we're going to come to an agreement and we're going to work out that plan, and if it doesn't work, we come back and we do it again. And we work out these plans until we can get them right. So after, like I already talked about, this is kind of going to go over your notebooks. After we're running our classroom city, I want all of us to be able to sit down and discuss anything that we see that needs to be improved or needs to be changed. If there's any questions, this is the perfect time to do so, as we are going to sit down and discuss as a group, whether it's giving guidance to other communities or other groups that can maybe function a little bit better, or maybe we need some little pointers and reflections on how the project is doing altogether. This will be the perfect time to do so. Also, this will be your time in your notebooks that you will do your self reflections. Maybe you're going to talk about how you were able to help your community based off of what you were doing within your role or what your tasks were doing to help your community. And then I also want to hear about how you think that the way you communicated was the best option or the best direction for this assignment. Like, how was the communication helping? How did it run, or how did it help operate the city? So, this overall is going to be based around our social interactionism that we have already been working on and already learning. So, this is going to be the most important thing for you to understand. And understanding this theory is going to benefit you as students. And it's also going to help you improve your social skills and then your empathy towards other people. This project is going to highlight your real life applications inclusivity, especially for our students who are coming in and they're learning English, or even when you get older and you're working with people who are still learning our language. This social interactionism is what supports our language acquisition. And it's culture integration through meaningful social engagement and communication. This project is what's going to show you as students your understanding of these concepts. It's going to teach you how to teamwork. It's going to teach you communication. It's going to teach you your problem solving skills. You guys will be able to take these concepts and learn how to apply them to an everyday classroom life. And then even outside of the classroom in your future, whether it's when you're older or whether it's now, you'll be able to take what you learn from this project and apply it to your life inside and outside of the classroom. I really hope that this project can both be fun and engaging at the same time. And it's going to help you have a better understanding of why communication is so important within our everyday lives.